Welcome to the 18th annual Sin City Classic Open D Division Championship IF game. We are joining in progress, but with our first batter, Ernie Rubalcava from the Basic Pitches, who are the visiting team this time. And that is a walk to Rubalcava. So just to catch you up on what happened, the first championship game between the Shade and the Basic Pitches was won by LA Shade at the end of our last broadcast by a score of 16-13. Because this is a double elimination tournament, you are not out until you have lost twice, and that was the Basic Pitches' first loss. So we have what is called an if game, which with the same teams playing, there was a coin flick to see who was home, and this time the home team is the LA Shade. Because we are concerned about how long we have for the lights, this is going to be a 50-minute game. There will be no new innings after 50 minutes. When that ball is grounded to third base, flip to second base, get the lead runner. So that goes 5-4, and that is Victor Dominguez, the second number 2 batter, who is safe at first on the fielder's choice.
And that'll bring up Ariel Hernandez, playing in left center, batting in the number 3 spot, with a runner at first and 1 out. Here's the pitch, and he takes outside, ball 2, because they begin with a 1-1 count. Pops that one foul. That is over third and going to be caught for out number 2 on a play that goes F5 if you're keeping score at home, and that'll bring up David Valente, playing shortstop, batting in the number 4 spot. Valente in the last game was 3 for 4. And here's the pitch. Lines a hard shot down to the right side. That's going to bounce all the way to the right fielder, Charles Brown. Meanwhile, Dominguez is going to go from first to third on the ball hit to the opposite field, and Valente is going to hold at first base. We've got runners at the corners, 2 outs for Robert Villa.
And I am Joel Tremblay, and I'm going to do the color commentary. That other voice you're hearing is the lead and fearless leader of the Cloud Sports Network. That is Roman Jimenez. We are here in the Ken Scarce Memorial Studios. Ken, a longtime member of GLASA who runs this tournament, and he was part of that for many years.
I see a line drive into right center. That's going to score the first run of the game in Victor Dominguez. Valente will get to third and round home as the ball gets away from the cutoff player. So run 1 and 2 come in on the Villa RBI. That is a single, but goes to second on the throw. And just like that, we've got 2 runners in, 1 runner on. And Jordan Scott coming up to bat for
by a warmer, but will probably be joining us again in the future.
He'll take over for me in just a second as that ball caroms off the pitcher's glove. The second baseman does not come up with it in time to get the throw over to Brandon Watson. Sorry, check that, Larry Ruiz. So Villa is only able to advance 70 feet, but Scott is safe at first on the fielder's choice. And we've got runners at the corners once again with 2 outs still for Robert Ramirez. Here's the pitch. Ramirez hits a line drive into center field. That's going to get into the glove of Angel Moreno, but it bobbles out of it with the runners going on contact. Villa scores for reasons unknown to this announcer. Jordan Scott decided to make a picnic over there at second base, so he did not get past that. Robert Ramirez safe, though, on the RBI that will call a single because that was an impossible play for Moreno to make. So we've got 3 runs in now. Wherever these hits in the last game, Adrian Benuelos, who's pitching, comes up now with 3 runners in, 2 runners on, and 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Called strike on the outside corner from our home plate umpire, Griffin Beccanetti. Fly ball, left center field. Another opportunity for Moreno. This one a can of corn. He's going to get that one. 3 runs in as we head to the bottom of the first. You get to hear Rich Siegel again on a play that goes F8. And I'm being told something, but I didn't hear what it was, so yeah, read it.
So we're going to take a moment here to tell you about one of our amazing sponsors of the Cloud Sports Network and the Sin City Classic, and that is Tito's. Tito's Handcrafted Vodka is the official vodka of the Sin City Classic for years. Giving back to the community has been a part of the Tito's tradition from the beginning, so if you want quality small batch vodka made with love and passion, your official vodka today.
My appointment with Mother Nature having been completed.
Rich, I feel like in the past, we have discussed what we might put Tito's in on a cold night like this, and I can't remember what we came up with. And as, again, our fearless leader, Roman Jimenez, says, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, and what happens in Vegas starts.
I'm going to assume that while I was gone when the lineups were exchanged, that the same batters are playing in the same position.
We were told the lineups were the same, and I think what I have seen, Rich, is that the players are in the same positions, but if we got the batting orders in that time frame, I'm pretty happy.
All right, Angel Moreno leads off. 3 runs in the first inning for L.A., and that pitch is hit up to the right side and on into right center field for a leadoff single.
So I want to go back and mention something. I mentioned that we have concerns about the lights. For those of you who were with us on Friday for our first broadcast, when we broadcast the Legends D Division, the lights went out in the championship game, in the if game, and it had to be awarded based on a 2-inning game. We are hoping that won't happen here and we'll get enough time to get a good game in for you.
It's a slow roller down the third base line. It hits something and stays in fair territory, and it's an infield single for Rudy Huerta.
Yeah, I don't know if we have that one for the replay, but that ball looked for all the world like it was going.
Takes a pitch inside. That's right. There's a ground ball foul down the third base line. 2-2. Griffin Beccinetti is the home plate umpire from Dallas, and that is Brandon Spencer out at on the base pass from Atlanta, Georgia. Charles Brown in the on-deck circle. There's a ground ball to third, fielded by the third baseman. He'll go back. It's a line drive to the third baseman, and it's 1 out. And they double off the runner at second base. And is Charles Brown. The score is 3-0 so far, and the first pitch is a ball.
Charles said he had a runner in scoring position for an RBI and says good grief.
And there is a ground ball to short underneath the shortstop's glove. That's Valiente, and on into left center field. That'll be an error.
But Brown at first, Huerta to second. And if you are watching this broadcast with us on the Sin City Classic Facebook or YouTube pages, please put something in the chat. Let us know you're watching. Let us know who you're rooting for. And since we're in this game again, tag their friends and loved ones. Let them know they're playing again.
Eric Johnson, the batter. Ball 2. And the next one. Strike called. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Outside, ball 3. Runners at first and second. And here is the next one. Swing and a miss. And that ends the inning. It's 3-0 after 1 here on the Cloud Sports Network.
And in case you were just waiting at home for the if game and joined us, we'll go over the rules quickly. The batters are starting with a 1-1 count. That's why it was a strikeout after only 2 strikes. No courtesy foul to give. If you hit a foul ball with 2 strikes, you are going to be out. No balls in the air over the fence. That would be an inning ending out. One courtesy runner per inning. That can be anybody on your lineup card. If you designate someone with the tournament as a PIP player who needs an accommodation, that accommodation is the runner at first, but that runner has to be the last out of the inning.
Ooh.
Pitches have to be 6 feet in the air to be legal, but no more than 12 feet. If it's above or below that, you're going to see home plate umpire Griffin Beccinetti put his arm out and call illegal. You can still hit that pitch if you want to, but most of the time it's not a good idea, and you might get some razzing from the dugout.
All right, Jimmy Ruiz to lead off in the top of the second. His team leads 3-0. They're the visiting team in this game after the coin flip, and it's a strike called. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the next one, swing and a miss, and he is now. And the next delivery, swing and a foul, and he's out.
One of Ruiz's team members calling out that it's the lighting. It's kind of nice. Both these teams still kind of loose and having a good time out here.
Omar Amancio will be the batter.
Again, both these teams from LA, so they know each other. We've seen some hugs and some nice displays of sportsmanship.
And the first pitch from Matias is a ball. Ald Matias throwing to Mario Zuniga. And that pitch is low. And the next one, strike called. 3-2 here in the top of the second inning. 1 out, nobody on. And there is a line drive off the third baseman's glove. It looked like my vision was blocked again by the catcher. Nevertheless, it's a base hit.
I don't think he got a piece of it, Rich, but it was right by his glove. I think it got past his glove or just over it. But either way, like you say, a base hit.
Ernie Ruvalcaba will bat for the second time in this game. There's a fly ball hit out into right center field, and the ball is in for a hit. Ruvalcaba on his way to third, and he will pull up there, 1st and 3rd and 2 out. Basic pitches with a 3-0 lead in the top of the second. And again, they reduced the time in this game from 60 to 50 to account for the fact that the lights may go out at 9 o'clock here in Vegas. There is a line drive off the third baseman's glove and on into left field for a hit. Ruvalcaba will score. Dominguez on his way to third. Into second is Hernandez. Second and third, 4-0 our score, and Valiente will be the batter. Matias' first pitch to him. He takes a ball, 2-2. And the next one, that's a ball, ball 3. That's a strike. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Ernie Ruvalcaba has scored in this inning. Victor Dominguez is running at third, and Ariel Hernandez at second with 2 out. And there is a ground ball by the second baseman into right field for a hit, and this will plate 2. Dominguez scores, and so does Hernandez.
And Roman, who is monitoring the Facebook feeds, has just mentioned something I think I heard earlier, which is that it is the birthday of umpire-in-chief David Waite, who is standing
indeed
over here behind the backstop. Happy birthday, David.
6-0.
You've got to be pretty sharp to be an umpire-in-chief in this league, and you can tell he is because he's standing by the heater.
Robert Villa takes a strike. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. And here is the next delivery. Swung on, and that is a base hit on into left field. It'll be first and third. The runner coming into third. They throw to him, and the runner safely came off the bag. And, well, there's a lot of dirt down there that's been turned up. The runner is safe at third base.
The runner was safe at third base.
Down.
He overran the bag. They tried to make a play on him, but I think on the tag, the third base person dropped the ball. So it looks like he's safe. We're waiting for the final call here from the home plate umpire, who I think had the best angle on this.
The call was safe. The runner is slow to get up. On that play,
I take that back. 2 for 2 with a walk and 3 runs scored. So I have that as 3 runs in the inning so far. So our score is 6-0 in favor of the basic pitches.
And there are 2 more runners in scoring position. First pitch is a ball outside. And the next one, ball 3. The bases will be loaded. So it's Valiente, or the runner for him, at third. V at second. Scott at first. Robert Ramirez the batter.
Ramirez reached his last at bat and was 3 for 4 in the first game.
He lines one up the middle, and that's in the center field for a hit. 2 more runs will score. The ball is bobbled in the outfield. A third run is going to score, and on his way to third base is Ramirez. 3 runs have scored, and it's a 6-run inning. It's 9-0. It's a single and an error in the outfield. 6 runs have scored in the inning, and they have now batted around. Here is the pitcher, Banuelos, and he lifts one in the air to right field.
It's going to be a long run.
And coming over to make the catch is the right fielder, and that ends the inning. That catch made out there by Charlie Brown. But 6 runs came across for the basic pitches in the top of the second. We go to the bottom of the second, and our score is now the basic pitches 9 and the LA Shade nothing on the Cloud Sports Network.
So we're going to tell you about another one of our amazing sponsors, and that sponsor is Lexus, designed to seamlessly blend eye-catching design with exhilarating performance and dynamic styling. Lexus has been proud to support the Sin City Classic with its series of brands for 18 years running.
You are too kind, sir. As we start play here on the bottom of the second inning, the leadoff batter, as I have it, is going to be Jamie Estrada. He is the shortstop. Banuelos, he's taking his time getting out in the circle. Let's see. On my clock, it's 8:29, which means, according to the light schedule, 31 more minutes.
And I have Estrada as 3 for 4 in that last game with 2 runs scored.
His team trails 9-0. They forced the if game, winning 16-13. They got a long comeback ahead of them. The first pitch is outside for a ball. Swung on and a grounder to shortstop. Long throw to first base is not in time as the runner beats the play, and it's a leadoff single for Estrada, and that'll bring up Larry Ruiz.
And actually, on all the commotion, Estrada gets down to second, so gets himself in scoring position.
Gilchrist is on deck. Ruiz bounces one to the right side underneath the pitcher's glove, fielded by the second baseman, throws to first in time. And that's out number one. On the play, Estrada takes third. He's in scoring position for Gilchrist, Justin Gilchrist, right center fielder. And the first pitch to him is a strike called.
Gilchrist 2 for 4 in the last game with 2 flyouts, a single, and another hit where he was...
Here's the next one. I'm sorry, lined into right center field, and that's down for a hit. And an RBI single for Gilchrist scores Estrada. And it is 9-1.
I'm going to say Gilchrist was thrown out trying to score in the last inning of that last game.
The pitcher, Ald Matias, swings and hits one foul down the right side. Move. Zuniga will be will be batting next. We have Gilchrist at first base. Run is already scored in this inning. It's 9-1. The next pitch is outside. There's a ground ball to the third baseman underneath his glove and on into the outfield. It'll be first and second. Excuse me. Gilchrist held at second. Matias at first. Mario Zuniga the batter. And
Zuniga
cut into the deficit.
Zuniga 0 for 4 in the first game with 3 flyouts and reached on fielder's choice.
And the first pitch to him, outside for a ball. And the next one, swung on, and there is a slow roller to third, off the third baseman's chest. He'll go to the bag himself after recovering, and he gets the force out on Gilchrist, 5 unassisted. And that is the second out of the inning. And on the play, Matias to second base. And the batter will be Ramos, Jonathan Ramos, the left fielder. And the first pitch to him is high for a ball. It's 2-1. Here's the next one. Swing and a fly ball hit out into right field. Right fielder and right center fielder converge, and the right center fielder makes the catch. That ends the inning. 1 run did score, though, for the Shade. We go to the third. It is 9-1, the Basic Pitches, on the Cloud Sports Network.
And the Basic Pitches made it all the way through their batting lineup last time, so I have it as Jimmy Ruiz leading off from the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 spot. So, Rich, still a lot of softball left to go, but the Basic Pitches ahead in this game now. Something you...
Oh, it did?
Yeah, if it jiggles too much, it'll come off.
Oh, the heat.
Something that's not unusual sometimes in these if games is it takes the team that comes out of the losers bracket has always played more games than the team coming out of the winners bracket. So sometimes they make it through the if game but then start to lose a little bit of steam, while the team that had been sitting in the Basic Pitches, I think, had 2 or 3 hours in between their last game and that championship, take a little bit of time to warm up.
All right, so Jimmy Ruiz will lead off here in the third inning. He struck out on the foul ball in the second inning, but he swings and hits one the opposite way, goes into left center field, and that ball is down for a single. Thank you. And that'll bring up Omar Amancio. First pitch is a ball. And the next pitch is grounded to the shortstop. Toss to second for one. Over to first, and in time, they double them up. Who grounds one to the third baseman, throws quickly to first base. The ball is in the dirt, gets by the first baseman. Rubacava on to second base. There'll be no play, and he reaches second. Two out in the inning. Here's the pitch to the fourth batter in the inning, and he hits one high into the air in left field, and Ramos comes over, makes the catch, and that ends the inning, and no scoring in the top of the third. It is still 9-1 for the basic pitches over the Shade as we head to the bottom of the third here on the Cloud Sports Network. We head to the bottom of the third inning here. It'll be the top of the order for the LA Shade, Moreno, Huerta, and Watson. We have inside of 30 minutes to go on the timer. And again, we'll remind you that this game is less than 60 minutes as a championship game, only because the lights here are scheduled to be cut off at 9 o'clock. And so Moreno, who got a single in his first at bat, is 1 for 1. And the next delivery is a ball. And here is the next delivery. And that pitch is a ball, and he walks. Rudy Huerta will be the batter. "18 minutes left in this game and in this tournament. There is a line drive foul down the right side. Brandon Watson is in the on-deck circle. It is 9-1 here in the bottom of the third inning. There's a swing and a fly ball hit out into right center field. Over to make the catch is out number 2. And that's Victor Dominguez. And that'll bring up Brandon Watson. Yes, I have one out. I did? Oh, okay. Well, I've made several mistakes today, so that shouldn't come as any surprise. There is one out. Here's the next one. Swing and a fly ball hit out into right field. And the catch is made. A tag at first. Runner goes halfway. Now the ball gets by the cutoff man, and Moreno makes it into second base. Here is Charles Brown. And the first pitch to him is a ball, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the next one. And that is on the plate. And that pitch is deep for a ball, ball 4, and the runners will be at first and second with what I'm sure are 2 outs, and the batter will be Eric Johnson.
Both runners reaching on walks in this inning. And then 2 fly balls to the right side.
First pitch to Johnson, strike called. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a bouncing ball slowly hit to third. They have a play at third, and the runner is out. The play will go 5-6 as the shortstop, Dave Valiente, playing his position well, saw that he would not be able to field the ball, that the third baseman did, and he flipped over to Valiente covering at third base. The put out
Broadcast here has been all LA. This is a tournament that is sponsored by the LA Softball League, GLASA, the Greater LA Softball League, and we have had all 3 teams from LA. That was the Roughnecks, who took 3rd place, and then these 2 teams, the Shade and the Basic Pitches, both from LA. We want to ask you to keep these teams and their friends and their families in your prayers as we continue to deal with the wildfires that have been plaguing California. And if you can find a way to volunteer or donate to help out, that would be wonderful.
All right. Ariel Hernandez to lead off here in the top of the 4th inning, and he swings at the first pitch and hits one under Eric Johnson's glove and into left field for a leadoff single. We are going to be in somewhat of a hurry to get out of here because of the lights going off, and so we are taking down a few of our cameras, but we'll still be able to give you a description of what is going on. The next batter is going to be Valiente. We will thank Luis Arroyo and Justin Kagiwa for the assistance that they gave us here this weekend. Here's the first pitch. Swung on and driven down the left field line, foul. And the count is a ball and 2 strikes. Runner at second base and nobody out. And the next delivery is swung on and lined into right field. That is in for a base hit. No, they'll hold the runner. He's going to come in and score. Hernandez comes in and scores easily. The 10th run of the ball game on the base hit by Valiente, and the batter is Robert Villa. The next time after this game that I believe we speak with you will be in late April when we are in Memphis for the IPS Naga Cup, held in Memphis, Tennessee this year. And we'll look forward to that. Robert Villa, the batter, he is the catcher, and he takes the first pitch for a ball. And here is the next one. That is outside for a ball, ball 3. And the next one, outside, and it's a walk. Jordan Scott to bat, run in, 2 on, by the way, and nobody out. Valiente at second, or the runner for him at second, and Villa at first. The pitch to Jordan Scott is a ball. It's 2 balls and a strike. Here's the next one. And here is a line drive into right field for a base hit. Now that'll score another run. And it is now 11-1. On the play, Villa held second. Single by Jordan Scott will bring up Robert Ramirez. We will acknowledge the work, the technical expertise, setting up the cameras, making sure we were being heard. And every technical aspect of this is thanks to Mitch Barnes. We thank him. There's an infield fly rule pop out by Ramirez, and that's the first out in the inning. There'll be a courtesy runner. No, he's just going to coach first base. The batter will be the pitcher, Adrian Banuelos. And there is a fly ball hit out into right center field. Right center fielder giving chase, moving over to his left, makes the catch. Runner from second tags and goes to third. He is there. Runners at first and third and 2 out. And Jimmy Ruiz will be the batter. We will thank Roman Jimenez for allowing us to do this and for all the technical guidance he gave us in helping with lineups and everything that we were not able to do. There's a fly ball hit out in the left center field. Moreno comes in. The ball is down for a hit. Villa scores. Scott to third. And
Ruiz at first.
Jimmy Ruiz at first for Omar Amancio, and the first pitch to him is swung on and hit out into center field. Left center fielder ranges to his left and makes the catch, and that's the inning. 3 more runs came across for the basic pitches in the top of the fourth. We go to the bottom of the fourth, and our new score is the basic pitches 12 and the shade 1 on the Cloud Sports Network.
In case those folks might be wondering, the run rule for the fourth inning would be 15 runs, so not really in play right now with the basic pitches up by 11. But if we get into the fifth inning and there is still time on the clock, it could become a factor.
So we go to the bottom of the fourth inning. And it looks like Jimmy Estrada will be the leadoff batter.
And for those who are here in Vegas but watching on our broadcast, there are still events this evening from the Sin City Classic Tournament, which these teams are probably trying to get to shortly after this game finishes.
So what is going on tonight, do you know?
I don't know tonight. There's always a closing party, and it's always very exciting. There's usually something special for the teams that win, but I'm not sure where it is this evening. I'm being told it is at Brooklyn Bowl.
Okay. First pitch is lined down the right field line, and that is a foul ball.
So the closing party is going to be at Brooklyn Bowl, and Mel C., one of the Spice Girls, will be DJing.
Oh, I've been there before, but I won't be there tonight. There's a nice hot shower waiting for me when I get back to the hotel.
Someone tag Josh Ramirez and tell him if he can get to Vegas, he can see Mel C. from the Spice Girls.
Strike 2, 1 ball and 2 strikes the count, and the pitch is low for a ball, 2-2. It's 8:48 here in the Pacific time zone. And the next one, and there's a ground ball to the right side, fielded by the Now the second baseman does not come up with it. It caroms out into shallow right field, and so Estrada leads off with a base hit. And it looks like Larry Ruiz has put on the sweat again. And the first pitch to Ruiz, swung on and hit deep to left field. And over to make the catch is the left fielder. And that's Hernandez. Here is Gilchrist. The first pitch to Gilchrist is swung on and grounded to the shortstop. Over to second for 1. Throw to first is out. He's out. It's a double play.
It looked like the throw might have pulled him off the bag, but he got the tag on him anyway. So that ends up being 3 up, 3 down. And it looks like we are going to start the 5th inning. The Shade are going out into the field. It is still 12-1 in favor of the Basic Pitches. As we learned on Friday night, Rich, should the lights go out during this 5th inning and it is not completed, we would revert back to a score of 12-1, and the Basic Pitches would be the champions of the 18th annual Sin City Classic D Division.
Been fun working with you again.
It has been fun working with you again.
It's always nice to have Joel here. He corrects the foibles that I am prone to, so thank you for that as well. They are taking down a little more of the set. We do not have much time before these lights are going to go off, and the darkness has already settled in hours ago. 12-1 Basic Pitches in this if game, and the first pitch is a strike called. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes.
I think that might have been a plate call, actually.
Oh, okay. And there's another plate. This is Ernie Rubacava leading off. He is ahead in the count, 3 balls and 1 strike. And the next one hit the plate. So 3 plates and a walk. This is the last game of the tournament. Are they playing at any other fields right now? Or they're all done? This is it. This is it. Okay.
I think everything at Sin City Classic is done except this game.
And there's a grounder to third. Johnson to second for 1, and that's it. They get the force out. Rubacava out at second base. 5-4 on the put out.
So, Rich, since they were using the same lineup, I decided to carry over the extra boxes from the last game, and I have run out of them in my scorebook.
This is Ariel Hernandez. He takes a strike. It's 1-2. And the next one, swung on and hit into left field for a base hit. And for those of you in Los Angeles and all across the softball spectrum who have been watching us, thank you for your viewership today and all through this weekend. Crowned the Legends D champion on Friday, had the Women's D Plus division yesterday and the Open D division here today. Grounder to second base, and underneath the second baseman's glove into right field, a run is going to score. And the other runner to third as Dominguez scores, Hernandez to third, Valiente at first. 13-1. And it looks like Robert Villa, the batter. And he lifts one in the air to left center field. Moreno going back a few steps. Makes the catch, and another run will score, and the other runner to second base. Sacrifice fly RBI for Villa. And that'll bring up Jordan Scott with a runner at second base. We got 7 minutes. And the first pitch, swing and a grounder to second, underneath the second baseman's glove into the outfield, and another run is going to score. The runner for Valiente scores the 3rd run of the inning and the 15th run of the game for the Basic Pitches. And Robert Ramirez will be the batter. And the next pitch is a ball, 2-1. Swing and a foul to the right side, 2-2. And there's a ground ball up the middle and on into center field for a base hit. Runner from first on his way to third. That is Jordan Scott. He's in the third and on the way to second base. And out at second base is going to be Robert Ramirez, and that ends the inning. It's a single, and then he's out 5-4. 3 runs in the inning, 15-1 as we go to the bottom of the 5th, and what likely will be the last half inning that we will have here today.
So going to the 5th, the run rule, or going to the bottom of the 5th, the run rule would be 10 runs. So you would say that the Shade would need to get...
There are 2 minutes, by the way.
You would say that the Shade would need to get 5, but given the clock and the possibility of lights, they pretty much need to score 14 in a hurry. Let's do the time warp again. But seriously, it's a great effort by both teams here. So we stall and lights off the tiger first, right?
All right, the leadoff batter is going to be Matias. The time will run out in this half inning, but they do get their complete at-bat. Unless they, for some reason, they say, you know what? Let's go to the hotel. Grounder to left field for a base hit. Zuniga will be the batter. Mario Zuniga. One on and nobody out. And there's a ground ball into center field for another hit.
Shade not done here. LA Shade.
It is 8:57.
LA Shade hoping someone is literally asleep at the switch.
Here is,
and
they're on a timer.
Get to finish this inning.
The batter is Ramos. We didn't know about the first one, but we do know about this one. The count is a ball, or 2 balls and 1 strike. And there's a line drive into right center field for a hit, and this will be an RBI as Matias comes around third to score. And on the play, Eric Johnson, who is running for Zuniga, is at second base.
So our home plate umpire, has called the time has expired, and we will finish the inning. He has disqualified that statement.
Yes, nobody out, 2 on. There's a line drive into right center field for another hit. And an RBI for Moreno. It is now 15-3. Almost to third. And the batter is Huerta, Rudy Huerta.
And huge compliments to this Shade team with these conditions, playing out there with a lot of heart and still keeping it going.
And a ground ball to the second baseman. He'll throw to second for 1. Over to no play at first.
No way they're going to get the speedy Huerta on that one.
Ramos did score. That's the 3rd run of the inning. Moreno forced at second, and on at first base is Huerta. It is 8:59. There is 1 out, and the first pitch is grounded to third, off the third baseman's glove into the foul territory. A runner to third, and he is out at third base. That's Huerta, I believe.
Yep.
That's out number 2.
So 3 down, 11 to go.
And the batter is going to be Charlie Brown. First pitch is a ball. It's 9 o'clock.
You know where your children are.
Here's the next one. Swinging a bouncing ball up the middle for another hit. Watson into second base. And the batter is Eric Johnson. And apparently the lights are not going to go out in Georgia. And the first pitch to Eric Johnson, popped up foul. That's the highest ball we've had this weekend in foul territory, and that's a ball and 2 strikes.
Johnson, for some reason, wanting to hit the lights.
And the next one, there's a high fly ball, left field. Oncoming is the left fielder. He drops the ball. The bases will be loaded. Here is Estrada. Here's the first toss to Estrada. Swinging a fly ball hit out into right field, and the ball is in for a hit. Another run has scored, and a second run will score as Charlie Brown hustles home. Looks like a runner held at second base. It is first and second for Larry Ruiz.
5 runs in the inning.
Not bad. First pitch to Larry Ruiz is swung on and up the middle and on into center field for another hit. And another run will score as Eric Johnson crosses the plate. And on the play, Estrada held second. They batted around this inning. Here is Gilchrist.
6 runs in the inning. The deficit now 8. Our score is 15-7, still in favor of the baby pitches. The lights are basic pitches. The lights still on. We're still going.
And there is the slow roller back to the pitcher. He throws to first, and that is the ball game. Final score will be the LA Basic Pitches 15 and the LA Shades 7. That will conclude play here at the 2025 Sin City Classic. We're going to leave and say thank you for being with us through this entire tournament. And as I said earlier, we'll talk to you from Memphis at Naga Cup in April. Good night from Las Vegas.